welcome back to the channel Tarot Yogi. I'm Vinit, I read tarot intuitively, and today we have another timeless pick a card reading on what messages does Venus have for you. Venus the planet, Venus the goddess. And I got really inspired to do this reading because lately I have been seeing Venus rise in the early morning sky around 4:30 a.m. So if you're usually up or you cannot get some sleep, definitely do go out, look at the night sky, because there's so much magic there. There is so much magic to experience for you, and looking at stars on the screen is not the same as looking at stars in real life. So I really hope that you feel inspired enough to go look at the night sky, because I was just taking a walk early in the morning and it struck me when I was looking at Venus rise in the morning sky that I should do a reading on Venus, a channeled message from the star Venus. And my Venus is in Taurus and my sun is also in Taurus in the 12th house. So I do have a lot of this Venusian placements. So it just felt right for me to do this reading. Yeah, and I would love to know what Venus placement you have if you would like to share that. Definitely. And having said that, we have 3 piles to choose from. Pile number 1, we have our John Bauer Tarot. Pile number 2, we have our Alchemical Tarot. And pile number 3, we have the Botticelli Tarot deck. So take a minute, see what pile is being called to you intuitively. The description box below will have the timestamp for your pile. And again, remember, these are general readings, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for a private reading, and I will see you guys in your reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number 1. If you chose the John Bauer Tarot, this is your reading on what message does Venus have for you. Okay, pile number 1, we have the Hermit, we have King of Swords, we have Queen of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, the Emperor, 7 of Cups, and we have 6 of Cups. So we have a lot of intense energy over here, pile number 1. I think you have been alone and lonely for a very, very long time. And your trusted people, friends, lovers, even family for some, who were supposed to really have your back, haven't really had your back, and that just put you in a lot of situations that you didn't have to be into. And my throat is going off, so it's almost like you had to repress the things you were going through. You had to really suppress them to sort of get through the day, to just get out of this survival mode. And I think what Goddess Venus is really illuminating for you is the fact that there is silver lining at the end of the dark gray clouds. And you're not just going to get the silver lining, you sort of have to work for it. And if you have been able to get through such a cold winter, we have 5 of Pentacles, and here the Queen, she's quite literally leaving her palace and walking in the cold, not knowing where she's going. And you've had to take a chance on yourself over and over again, and it has made you resilient, it has made you strong. You have this warrior panther-like energy to you, but at the end of the day, you are just weary, and I think you're just tired, and I don't think there's anything more you want than material comforts and true love. And Venus is really promising you that over here. And it's very interesting, after the 5 of Pentacles, we directly have 10 of Pentacles. So you have to understand that if one thing is going wrong in your life, pile number 1, it will be reflected in other things. Also, in every aspect of your life, this sort of dysfunction will be represented. And I think you can definitely see that for yourself. And what Venus is really coming in and helping you with is to sort of clear this space and realize that you can burn things down, and the ash itself is the soil for your new growth, where you can plant the seeds that you choose to want to plant at this point that are going to bear fruit in the future for you. And with this pile particularly, I do feel that you need to express the things that have happened to you. I think you either need to speak about it, or you need to write a book, or you need to do both. So definitely consider that. If nothing, you can have a podcast discussing things because you do have a lot to share. You have wisdom. The first card that jumped over here was the Hermit card, and the Hermit, she's sort of looking at the past, she's sort of looking behind. And you need to understand that it is in this sort of ash, in this burnt ground, where you will really find new direction for yourself. And understand that irritants create pearls. There's no other way to really get true pearls, and they only occur in very depths of the ocean. We don't get, yes, they may sort of come up to surface, but they're created in the deep dark ocean. And it's almost like you're being called by Venus to cleanse yourself and be renewed with this sense of joy and wonderment that you maybe are lacking. Maybe you've stopped romanticizing your life, and you need to start romanticizing your life a little. Things don't have to be so Saturnian all the time. You have to find the balance. You have to create the balance by number one. And the clarity you need will only come once you start giving yourself the love you really desperately need right now. And I think you just have to confront it. I don't think there's any other way to sort of tackle this problem over here. And I promise you, if you truly start giving yourself what you're subconsciously desiring from other people and they're not giving you that, once you start doing that for yourself, you will genuinely start attracting people who are on the same wavelength as you, and they will really give you that love. You don't need people, but we still require people to sort of have a symbiotic relationship. Human beings, we're not biologically created to live alone, even if we can. So think about the kind of people you want to have in your life right now. People who would really resonate with the journey that you are at currently in your life. I think that is a very important question you will have to answer for yourself. And once you are able to answer that question, you'll be very clear about what you want and you will be able to go after it. We do have Knight of Swords and Queen of Swords. So you will sort of master this intellectual realm because you are a feeling person, and you don't always understand why people think what they think. How can they even think that? But you have to understand that polarity does exist, and if there is a God, there's a devil as well. So understand where you fall on the spectrum. It's really important that you do that. And like I said, once you really start giving yourself what you're so subconsciously desiring from other people, I think that will just open up the floodgates of love in your life. I really feel that very strongly by number one. Because there have been a lot of illusions. There just has been too much strife and abandonment, and you just feeling as if you had to really just suppress everything you were going through. And yes, that was sort of the defense mechanism then, but you're not living that life anymore. You have changed. Your life has changed. But you sort of have to go in and free yourself. I'm getting the image of a whale, how a whale sometimes gets stuck in nets and people are sort of just boating around. Another whale just comes to call them and they would dive in with the whale and realize that the other whale is kind of stuck. But you need to understand that you are this other whale and you are the human and you're also the whale stuck. So no one is coming to save you but yourself by number one. I think that was really the point I was trying to make, I think. And since I mentioned whales do have a very high frequency. They are at a level of expanded consciousness that even most humans are not. So understand that, yes, you are a high frequency being, but there's a reason you are on Earth right now. There is a reason that you exist on Earth right now. And you are supposed to inherit the Earth the way it is and create change for yourself. It's really about you just taking your power back. And it's very interesting. We do have the Emperor over here. And this is a Venus Empress kind of a reading. So you already have that feminine within you. All you need to sort of do is get in your masculine energy to protect that and to really establish order, to really take care of your feminine where it can really bloom and flourish. You really have to take out the wild flowers sometimes if you really want to have a garden of rose, right? So it's something you really need to understand at a core level. And removing things is going to help you again create space for what truly requires to be in your life right now. And I feel this will naturally help you let go of the illusions. And people always want a very big, drastic change, but people don't realize that the only way to really make real change that is going to last you is making small changes in your daily habits and making your mundane magical. That is the super trick. It's just hard work by number one. It's not even so much about talent because you have talent. It's about how you will use your talent to create whatever you want over here. Because you do have a very strong creative energy and you will have a creative legacy over here as well. I do feel that for a lot of y'all. And I think what Venus is really trying to do over here is it's helping you come back to a place of simplicity. Like I said, you stopped romanticizing things. And I'm not saying you need to romanticize things all the time, but we do need a balance. We do need to fantastically look forward to things. That's where the magic lies. And you have to really use your magic. And know that you will know the exact time to strike. And when you have the time to strike, make sure you're not wasting time. Because it is sort of about diligent, meticulous work. And know that you're very guided to even pivot if there's truly a need for you to pivot. So no more doubts, no more irregularity, a little discipline. A little discipline is going to, like I said, open up the floodgates of love in your life. You want a different outcome, but you have been doing the same things by number one. How are you going to get a different outcome then? So Venus is also helping you get new money or a new job or even a new partner over here. And for a lot of y'all, I do feel this might be someone from your past life. But this abundance will only come to you, like I said, once you surrender and really do what needs to be done at your end, diligently every day. It's almost like you sort of have to be in penance. You have to do self-study and also have a general sense of detachment from the circumstances in your life right now. If you're able to do this by number one, I think you will really be very unstoppable. And like I said, you're very, very protected. You're very, very guided. You will just know when you have to switch. So don't worry about that. Don't let that be the reason why you're not doing what really needs to be done by you right now, which is honing your craft, perfecting your craft, really sharpening your skill by number one. Because I do feel a lot of y'all are working on something alone. And you're supposed to do this alone. You're meant to do this alone by number one. The right people will come in eventually, but till then, this is sort of your burden to bear. But this is not just a burden. This is your karma, and if you are really able to do this, you will be rewarded in a way you can't even imagine. And coming back to what I was saying, it's if there's something wrong in one aspect of your life, it's going to be reflected in all other aspects of your life. So when you heal yourself at a core level, then everything reflecting back at you will also change forever. And it will also give you a positive energy back. So understand what is happening at a much deeper level over here, pile number one, and understand why healing your heart is the only way. Yeah. This is very deep. Shuffle some oracle. Okay, pile number 1, we have card number 7, card number 18, buffoon and matrimony, and we have horse, which reads freedom. Your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls to you. You have unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. You follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. And it's very interesting. We have the matrimony card, and I was just going on and on about how you sort of have to balance your feminine and masculine. And that is what Venus is really helping you do. It's sort of helping you bring your feminine to a more homeostatic equilibrium, which will again help you balance out your masculine energy so it doesn't come out in a very unhealthy way. It'll come out in a more healthy way, which will truly be very protective for you and for other people in your life. So that is sort of the core message Venus is really bringing you over here. And we have the buffoon card, and it's a very interesting card. He's sort of dressed the way he really wants to be. So I think you have been really denying yourself the simple pleasures. I think you have been really denying yourself just your own sensuality and your own sort of primal nature. And I think that's what you really need to be in touch with. And understand that that is also powerful. That is also a part of where your power comes from. And how sort of experiencing that actually brings you closer to source instead of you thinking the other way around. Yeah. And horses are very interesting, right? They're really the most sturdy of the animals. And before we had cars, we had horses to go across long distances. So understand that your legacy, like I said, is going to really span ahead for a long time. And what you're creating is going to impact a lot more people than you could have even imagined. So understand that what you're trying to create right now, which Venus is totally helping you with, it is something sacred, and you have to do it as a sacred right. And understand the magic in the mundane, in the diligence. That's what Venus is really, really helping you with. And like I said, once you balance this, everything will just fall into place. You will naturally fall into alignment. You will naturally jump timelines. So don't even for a minute think you're wasting time. No time has been wasted. Sometimes we need certain detours to get us exactly where we need to be. So understand the deeper mechanics of the things happening in your life right now. And trust me, looking back, you will really remember this as a very magical time in your life. I number 1. I do feel once you sort of pass this test, you will also be helping a lot of people. So this could very much be my pile of tarot readers, or very much you would be in the public eye in some way, shape, form. I do feel that. Yeah. Any other messages? Yeah, that's all I have for pile number 1s. Again, it's a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video. Share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below, so you can definitely reach out for a private reading. And I will see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number 2. If you chose the Alchemical Tarot, this is your reading on messages from Venus. Okay, pile number 2, we have Death, 5 of Swords, Ace of Wands, Queen of Wands, Ace of Cups, the Star, Queen of Cups, 6 of Swords, and we have King of Swords. So while I was shuffling pile number 2, I heard the way out over and over again. So I do feel a lot of y'all feel as if you have dug yourself into a hole, but that is not the case. It's almost like you sort of had to go through this. It was a prerequisite for you to come to yourself at a more higher level, at a more purer level. And the reading starts with the Death card, and this is the Alchemical Tarot, where the Death card sort of represents the putrefaction, where you're really being reduced to black ash, where all the things that are no longer required in your life have been burnt away, even without your consent or even without your will. And yes, you know you had to let go of these things. Maybe you just wanted to have them be around you a little longer, but those things were taken out at perfect time. Otherwise, I feel they would have done more damage. And I mean, this could be people, places, even habits. Fit it to your situation is a general reading. But I do feel that you're finally able to see what you were not able to see before. And I think Goddess Venus is really helping you see in this darkness. Because there is a purpose to it, even if you don't understand it right now. And she's sort of pushing you towards the direction you really need to be towards. I think what Goddess Venus is also doing is she's giving you another opportunity to sort of make the necessary changes you need to make to transform, evolve, and do better for yourself. So, what might seem like a loss for you, pile number one, sorry, pile number two, you might have some messages on pile number one, but pile number two, whatever might seem like a loss to you is actually a win for you. And a win is a win, right? So, you will be able to understand that the horrible challenges that you've had to go through was exactly what you needed to awaken the beast within you to really be unstoppable. And still do it from a place of love. The center of the reading is Ace of Cups, and on the right we have the Star, and on the left we have Queen of Wands. So I think you have always been very conventionally good looking and hot, pile number two, even if you don't feel that way about yourself. And I feel after this, you will just have like a mega glow up. You're just going to glow up like you never have before. And it's not just your physical looks, it's all aspects of your life. And like I said, you sort of had to go through this metaphorical death to really live, if that makes sense. And Venus is really coming back to you with a lot of fertility that you momentarily lost, or you just felt you couldn't create things for yourself. So the fire is coming towards you. Venus is really reigniting the flame within you. And we do have Ace of Wands. So new passions, new energy, new goals to really go towards. I think that is what Venus is really trying to highlight for you. And I do feel this is particularly my pile of people who are in the public eye. Or if you're not, it is time for you to maybe get ready, because you're showing up as Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, King of Swords, and the Star. And those are some very big energies, and those are very magnetic, loving, and strategic energies. So you will be able to embody all these different aspects of yourself in a very evolved way, which is going to help so many people. You're going to heal so many people that you come in contact with, pile number two. And that is also like a blessing from Venus to you. I really feel that very, very strongly. Yes, you have always done things from a place of love, even if that was not reciprocated to you. But I feel that itself was a test. And I think right now, what Venus is really calling you to do is really pour into yourself right now, to really, really give yourself the love that you need right now. And you will be able to give this to yourself. I really feel that, pile number two. Pile number two, my eyes are really going to the grapes on the Ace of Cups card. So understand that you will be reaping a very big harvest and a very abundant harvest. And it is sort of the result of all the suffering and pain you've had to experience and endure through to get to this place. Speaking of your endurance, pile number two, I really feel you will come to a place where you will be renewed. You will not feel as weary, you will not feel as tired, you will not feel as worn out about things that you have been feeling lately. So you will get a sense of renewal. And we got the Star card, which is very interesting, right? And if you go out right now, in early hours of morning, if you live in the northern hemisphere, around 4:30 a.m., you will be able to see Venus rising in the sky, the planet Venus. And it's just the most glorious sight to see, because it's the brightest planet or star that we can see on Earth. The second brightest would be Sirius. But the brightest star in our morning sky is Venus. And sometimes just seeing that for yourself, which I really recommend you to do, it will just heal something within you. It will really renew you in a way in a way you have never been renewed before. So you're really being called here to even get some energy from the stars, literally. And it will imprint something within your soul. It will definitely also expand your consciousness. So definitely go out and spend some time. It's especially in nature. It's really really advised over here. And we do have a lot of water in the reading, so you definitely need to go spend time near water, because just being around water will heal you in ways you can't even understand, but it will do its job. So definitely do go spend time around water bodies, spend more time looking at the stars. That will really help you come to a place of healing naturally. And understand that everything you're going through right now is not how things are going to be like forever. And it's difficult to believe that because you've been just going through it over and over again, pile number two. But really understand that this is a very transitional phase, and you are being protected and guided out of this, even if it may not feel like that. There are just certain things we have to learn. That's why we are here on Earth in the first place, right? So don't try to bypass any of your lessons. Don't try to bypass any difficulties, because that is exactly what you need to become the best version of yourself right now, even if it might not feel that way. And the dogs are being extra loud, so I do feel there is a lot of disturbance you have around you, but don't let it distract you. In fact, use it to laser focus. Use everything that might seem problematic or going wrong or might seem like a challenge. You have the strength and the ability to really get the most out of that situation and make it work in your favor. So don't underestimate that in any sort of way, pile number two. This is a gift you have, definitely. Pile number two, what you don't realize or maybe not able to see about yourself is you are getting opportunities to rectify yourself, to really make changes. And not everyone has the luxury to make changes, pile number two. So understand that that is also a gift from Venus. And I do feel Venus is sort of hiding your abundance. You could very much have Venus in any of the watery houses, Venus especially in the 12th house. And you might feel as if things are being hidden from you. You're not really getting the things you know you deserve. And understand that there is a deeper reason that that is happening. So you learn certain karmic lessons. And once you learn your lessons, you will be really given the abundance you truly deserve, because you are a very abundant person by default, even if you cannot see that about yourself, or even if you've not always had the nicest of things growing up. That is not the mark of your abundance, by number two. Please understand that. So also your issues with maybe hoarding, or maybe not having enough, maybe the scarcity mindset, Venus really wants you to help heal that part of yourself, because you also have to be able to receive things. So that is also happening for you. You definitely have a way out, pile number two, even if you cannot always see it. And what you're really being invited here to do is, especially on those very difficult days, really embody the eagle energy, where you're really just soaring high up in the sky, metaphorically, and really just detaching from everything happening around you, and you're just able to really perceive things for what they are, instead of what you want them to be or what you might think of them to be out of your anxiety, but really try to get to know the core essence of the thing, of the symptom, than the symptom itself, because it is pointing you towards something, it is showing you something, it is revealing something to you, pile number two. And sometimes all you have to do is be aware enough, be vigilant enough, and be still enough to really make it click for yourself. And I was just telling a friend yesterday about how sometimes we cannot see our own mistakes and our own faults, or our own behavioral patterns that we keep repeating, that get us into a lot of suffering. And it's almost like we're so unconscious of it until we see someone very close going through something similar. And I had that experience with someone, and I was just saying this to my friend, and understand that even people you didn't even think could be mirrors to you can be mirrors to you, because we all are connected at the end of the day. And sometimes The wisdom arises by you seeing other people make the same mistakes as you. And it just clicks. Trust me, sometimes it just clicks. And I'm also getting something about your health over here. Maybe your health hasn't been exactly the best, but you have to take the effort to make your health better, pile number two. That is also a message over here. I really feel strongly. I'm hearing apple a day keeps the doctor away. Maybe that has some relevance. Maybe you like eating apple, or maybe you don't like eating apple. I'm not a fan of eating apple. I'm more of a pomegranate kind of boy. Yeah. So understand that just have whatever is your fruit. I think that is the message over here. And be more proactive with your health. Be more proactive about even the way you look, maybe the way you appear. Tweak that, maybe change that, maybe dye your hair, maybe get a haircut, whatever you need. Just give yourself that material change, because sometimes getting a new tattoo, it marks a new chapter in your life, right? Or just changing your hair color, it marks a new chapter. So you need that bifurcation for your own sort of personal grand mythology, and understand that if things are not where you want them to be, it's not the end. So you really need to cheer up, and you also need to maybe just wear some rose quartz if you're not already wearing rose quartz. It would be highly advisable for you to get some rose quartz for yourself, and just naturally come to this place of love, and understand that no matter how far you stray away from yourself, or no matter how free you fall, you will always be able to come back to yourself and your own divinity, and really come to this place of real love for yourself. So don't ever underestimate that for yourself, by number two. And that is a gift Venus has given you, definitely. So be more conscious and be more aware about even your surroundings, because you might be not getting the lesson for yourself, but it's almost like your environment is teaching you that through people. So pay attention, keep your eyes open, don't zone out as much. Try not to. I know it's hard. Try. Shuffle some oracles. Okay, pile number two, we have card number 13, Chaos, card number 11, the Doctor, and we have card number 40, Sentry. And it's very interesting. I was just speaking about your health, right? So your health, definitely pay attention to it, be more proactive, give yourself whatever you need to heal physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Sometimes just starting to heal at a physical level helps you heal at those deeper levels too. So what are you doing differently to get a different result? Pile number two is the real question over here. And it's very interesting. I was just talking about how important it is for you to be vigilant, for you to be mindful, to not zone out. And here we have a sentry sleeping, and there's like a fire comet going behind, and it's raining fire everywhere. So this is not the time for you to dilly-dally. This is not the time for you to waste. You have to take inspired action, and you have to get still enough so you understand what you need to do exactly to strike gold, because you will be able to. And like I said, there is chaos in your life for a reason, for a greater purpose that you might not always see, you might not always understand, and it is something even primal. But understand that you will be able to shape this chaos. It's almost giving me very chaos magician energy, but you don't even have to be that. But understand that out of this chaos, you will be able to create order for yourself that you want. So be clear about what you want also, pile number two. And we have the links card, which reads, Keeper of Secrets. Take time out of the world and be the observer. Nothing can deceive you when you trust your knowing. You see other people's secrets and keep them sacred. In silence and solitude, you will find your strength. Take time out. Be in some solitude. It's very, very important. Sometimes you just need to observe from the shadows. And sometimes you not saying anything says a lot. So you might also be called upon to maybe let go of people, places, things. There might even be things that might come up to surface, but let it all go. Clear out the space. And I would not say right now is the time for you to maybe start new things. Just fortify yourself first, pile number two. I think that is the real message for you. That's what Venus is helping you. Venus is actually helping you get into better health, a better mindset, you loving yourself more, you expressing yourself more, you even indulging a little more, which is not bad at all when done moderately. But I don't see you being overindulgent here anyway, pile number 2. That's not the energy I'm picking up. Yeah. So understand that everything happening is happening for your greater good, even if it might feel like a slap on the face. That's just life. That's just how things are. And it's a blessing. That's a blessing too. The sort of retribution you're getting, the sort of resurrection you're experiencing, pile number 2, or you will be, not everyone gets that. Not everyone gets that sort of resurrection. So really come from a place of gratitude and love, and understand that you're more blessed than you realize. And yes, your life is a little more difficult than most people, but that has a deeper reason and purpose, and only you will be able to find that meaning for yourself. So that's a very powerful reading, pile number 2. I really feel that the ball is in your court. The question is, what do you really want to do now? How aware you want to be of your own self? How deeply can you study yourself? Yeah. Any other messages? Yeah, that's all I have for pile number 2. Is again, it's a general reading. So please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot to help the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, my email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for private reading, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose the Botticelli Tarot, this is your reading on what message does Venus have for you. Okay, pile number 3, we have 10 of Wands, we have the Empress, Knight of Swords, the Fool, 2 of Swords, 2 of Cups, King of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, and we have the Devil. Very interesting. So pile number 3, what I'm getting right away is there is a lot of dread, a lot of weariness within you. You're just exhausted, you're tired, you're tired of even taking on other people's burdens. I don't think you're very good at boundaries over here. I think that is something really highlighted over here. And then you passive aggressively wonder if only the person could just help you with a little. But you sometimes have to speak up. Sometimes you have to let other people know that you need help with something, or you might not be able to, whatever, like take care of people or at that given time, or not have enough money, whatever it is. Just, I think Venus really wants you to speak your truth, and speak it humbly, and speak it with conviction, and speak it solidly, because there is a lot of illusion over here. There is a lot of you keeping yourself down when you don't need to be down. And maybe you're looking at the glass half empty lately. Maybe the pessimism has just seeped in because of just how tired you have been, because you have been doing things. You have been very, very busy, and I do feel you're going to be busy for a while, pile number 3, but it's important that you maybe take mini breaks for yourself and then come back to what you're doing, because I do feel you're beyond the point of burnout. And what Venus really wants you to do is rest, relax, and also be in your receptive energy, because you don't always have to be a knight out there with your sword swinging. Sometimes you have to just be and let things come to you. And I don't even think you're smelling the roses. I don't think you're really enjoying the harvest you've created for yourself even now. I think you're so focused on the next big thing that you're not able to see how far you have come. And maybe you really need to take a pause and enjoy where you are right now, because you do have a new start coming towards you. And you can be nostalgic about the past later, yes, but it is important that you do smell the roses, and you be a little more mindful and a little more present about where you are right now. And maybe not take on other people's problems, not to take on other people's dramas right now. It's really important that you pour into yourself. You really keep yourself focused. Sometimes if you even need to have your blinders on, that is fine. Do that. Because I do feel a lot of y'all are very single in this pile, and you haven't really been with anyone for a while. But the right person will come in when your finances are good, when you're feeling better, when you're going out more, maybe when you're socializing more. You might meet this person. You're not going to meet this person when you're bitter and down and out and sad with a heavy heart. Because what you truly want is true companionship, where you really feel seen for who you truly are. And I do feel you will meet a person like that, who will not just project things onto you, or who might even make fake promises. In fact, I do feel your person might even take their own sweet time to even say things to you because they mean it, you know. So true love is coming towards you. It might not happen when you need it, not when you're desperate, needy, down and out, tired, exhausted, because those are things that you have to bring yourself out of pile number three. You have to give yourself that tough love. You have to give yourself that mature parental love that you might not always had for yourself. You're old enough to give yourself that responsibility, and it is your responsibility to give yourself that pile number three, especially now more than ever. And if you take some time off, it's okay, because I do feel this pile is super, super busy. You're clearly working on things, and you will be making it big in whatever you're doing over here. You will be very, very well off financially if that is the worry you have. Let go of that. Deal with your scarcity consciousness. Deal with this fear you have of not having enough, because that itself is blocking you from even getting more things. And that is what Venus is really coming in and helping you with. And King of Pentacles, usually he's the Taurus card, and Taurus is ruled by Venus. So Venus really wants to give you the abundance you truly deserve. But it's almost like you've done all the external work, but you're hesitant to really look inwards now. And Venus is even forcing you to maybe go inwards. I think you might have situations where things might get cancelled, or you might be forced to be by yourself. So understand that that is happening for a reason, and you're supposed to use that to dig deep within yourself and come back to a place of love, and come back to a place of nostalgia and simplicity. And maybe even just start romanticizing things a little more, things that you at least want to look forward to in your everyday life, and really add that honey and sweetness in your own life by number three, because things don't have to be so bland, things don't have to be so cut and dry. Yes, it's practical, it's functional, it's adulting, but you can make your adulting a little more fun. You can make it a little more pleasant. It's like you would dress differently if you knew you were meeting your crush, right? You would maybe put on that expensive perfume that you don't usually wear. So if you can do that for someone else, why can't you do that for yourself every day? And I think that is the main message. Venus has come to teach you this. You don't need people right now. I'm not saying that you don't need people. We all need people, but you don't really need people to do things that you want to do for yourself, or to give yourself the things that you want. And if you feel as if you don't have enough, you have the ability to create. And Venus is also blessing you with the fertility. And I feel the more you're able to do this for yourself, where you're conserving your energy better. So energy management in this pile particularly is very, very big. Try Reiki, try yoga, try Tai Chi, whatever floats your boat, even acupuncture, I'm hearing. Whatever you need to do to get a better handle on your energy expenditure, and then focusing that inwards towards yourself. So that's two things that are very important for you to do over here, pile number three. And once you're able to do this successfully, everything will fall into alignment. And by that, I mean, yes, you will still have to do the work, but things will come easy. You won't have to put in that much effort. And you will also enjoy putting in that effort, because you see what it does to you. You see the nourishment it gives you. It's like you work out for 30 days, you see the difference. It inspires you to work out for the next 30 days, right? So understand that things will not be as delayed for you as you think it might, but consistency is the key for you. And if you're consistent enough, you will reach King of Pentacles status sooner than you even think. And I think you're also being called upon to maybe let go of your own sense of maybe hedonism, because there is a lot of sensuality in this pile that I'm picking up. This could be my pile of Tauruses or Capricorns or Virgos, very earth sign, very grounded, lush earth energy I'm picking up. And you could be keeping yourself stuck. You could be keeping yourself stuck to habits, people, places, things, situations that you know are no longer serving you. And firstly, you have to sort of let go of that. You sort of have to reduce that emotional charge and almost make it non-existent. And once you're able to do that, things will naturally slip away from you where it won't hurt you as much, if that makes sense, pile number three. So cutting things out is a very big thing for you over here, pile number three. And mind you, there will be disturbances, there will be challenges on the path for you to realize your strength. So the distractions are not supposed to distract you. They're supposed to help you focus and do better. It's the challenge, right? It's like at every level in the video game, you sort of have the boss, the final boss to defeat. And I do feel the distractions in your life, people, places, things, they're sort of like those bosses put in place so you would not grow. So take it a little personally and do grow, pile number three. Because Venus is really helping you blossom and become the best version of yourself. It's helping you answer a higher calling because you do have a higher calling. And I think you're just realizing that, or if you're not, you will be realizing that very, very soon. Things will just click for you, if that makes sense. But all you have to do is give yourself some rest first and then get back to doing what you have been doing for a while, because clearly it has been working for you. And managing your time better, managing your energy better, even managing your time with other people better is all going to be very helpful to you. It's going to make your life easy. It's going to make your life more fun to live, pile number three. So I do feel that is a very major lesson for you over here. I think what Venus is really highlighting is also the past hurt, the past pain that you're carrying with yourself. Even if you travel, you still take yourself wherever you go. So it's important that you really like open out the cupboard and let all the clothes that you have stuffed in come out. Let all the skeletons in your closet come out and let them go. There's a real need for you to do that because you are still harboring onto pain that you thought you were okay with, but you're just repressing it so deep that it will just spring up on you like a volcano. So I'm giving you warning in advance. It is only coming up for you to clear it out. So don't think that, oh, you're not over the past. You are over the past. But there are certain feelings that you just couldn't deal with at the time. So you had to sort of repress it. And now it's coming up since you are in a safer space to deal with it and let it go. And Venus is really helping you this. Venus is helping you cleanse your heart, to purify it. And raising your frequency right now is going to be very important. Try to sleep on time. If you cannot sleep on time, maybe go out, look at the stars. I did say that in pile number 2. I'll say it here as well. Do go out, look at the stars, because just looking at stars for even 2-3 minutes, it expands your consciousness. It does something to your soul. So allow yourself healing. Allow yourself to really come home to yourself. You don't have to feel stranded anymore. Things don't have to be this difficult, pile number 3. And I think that is what Venus is helping you realize over here. And this is big stuff. Like I said, you will be answering your soul's purpose if you're not already doing that. But I do feel a lot of y'all are doing that. It's just the difficulty is going to be raised. Things are going to get a little more complex for you, but that is exactly what you need to grow. So right now is the time for you to dig your heels instead of letting things get the best of you. You decide what happens. You dictate what happens. Venus is helping you come into your true power. And it's going to be magnificent. It's going to be very glorious, pile number 3. I do feel that very strongly. Shuffle some oracle. Okay, pile number 3, we have card number 47, Domination. Card number 6, Celestia. And we have Raccoon, Inventor. Decide on what you really want. You have the ingenuity to claim it. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You have many roles to juggle and you can juggle them well. And I isn't it funny? I was just talking about how it's important for you to look at stars and that's going to do something to you. So we do have this very strong Celestia energy, and understand that you are embodiment of stars itself, as above so below. You also have a part of you that is like a star that burns so brightly, and it sustains not just the star itself but everything around the star. It dictates the gravity around it, and you have that much power. it might not have always been so, because it was very because it was very dormant. You didn't always realize this, but I do feel in phases you're waking up to your true power, and just realizing your sphere of influence and how great that is. And you will be able to completely dominate whatever you choose to do over your Pilametry. It's going to be it's a general reading, so it's going to fit differently to your situation, but you will be able to dominate whatever field you choose to go in Pilametry. I think that is really the message from Venus over here. And we do have a flying crown above the two lions. Isn't that interesting? And we have the raccoon, which reads inventor. So you're not just going to be great at whatever you do, Pilametry. You're also going to be a pioneer. You're also going to you will be able to come up with very creative solutions, brilliant ideas. You will be able to do things that people have never thought of before, to do them in new ways. That is also a gift Venus is giving you. So pay heed, pay close attention, be really mindful as to what is happening right now, because even if you don't have the thing you need, you will be able to create the thing you need. That is what Venus is really trying to help you understand, if that makes sense. You have so much reserves of power that you don't even realize, but you will be tapping into that very, very soon if you aren't already doing it. So things are looking up and up for you. There is a lot of promise of the future, and all the hard work you have done till now, it is going to pay off. The only thing is, don't quit, especially right now. Really dig your heels in right now, because that's what you need to do to really progress, and you will be leaving behind a very major legacy. You're going to be making a lot of money over here, if that is what you're concerned about, Pilametry. But understand that it is deeper than your finances. What you're doing is greater than your finances. That's just a result of the inner work you're doing. So that has to be the priority right now, to go inwards. Yeah. My eyes are going on the pine cones on the raccoon card. So understand that you will be getting psychic activations. You will be able to hear things, see things, feel things, especially feel things that you couldn't feel before. So just be open to that. Just keep your awareness aware of how you're feeling at any given moment, because it'll be easier for you to cross-check with yourself and even realize if the energy you're feeling right now is that even your energy. You will be able to bifurcate it and distinguish very clearly and very well over here, Pilametry. That's what I'm trying to say. So a lot of gifts will be awakened in you, especially your clairvoyance, your third eye. And Venus is also helping you with this deep transformation. And I don't think this is your final transformation. I think you're going to have quite a few transformations across your life. And that is exactly what you need for growth. So everything happening right now is happening for your betterment, is only happening for you to do your best. And it's almost like you're waking up to your true nature, who you really are on the inside. And it will be reflected, especially outside, in every aspect of your life. So things are changing for you. You are like a natural born star. I think that's the best way I can put it. And you will be learning new things about yourself over and over again. You will be refining your skills. You will be doing a lot. You're going to have a very productive life. And it's not just a productive life, you're going to be creating a lot of things. You could have any prominent trines in your birth chart, especially an Earth trine. I'm hearing Venus and Neptune, so you might have that in your birth chart. Or definitely do go check what placements you have with your Venus and Neptune, and if there are in any aspects, because it's almost like you're supposed to create this divine soulful art in the real world, and ground it and create it in a very real materialistic way. And it is also your legacy, but it's also a gift from Venus. It is something you have inherited. So don't underestimate your skills, don't underestimate what you have to say or what you have to give. Don't undervalue yourself. Charge people properly for the services you're giving them. I think that is also a message over here. Don't downplay yourself. You are allowed to be cocky by number 3. You really are. because you have the talent to back it up. Yeah. Any other messages? Yeah, that's all I have for pile number 3s. Again, it's a general reading. So please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot to help the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for a private reading, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Thank you.